Hello everyone, welcome back to another Creative OS tutorial. In this one we're going to talk about the beautiful task manager. And in the previous tutorials, a quick recap, we woke up, we did our journal, and we might do a new journal entry just because I haven't had one yet. So at the end of our journal video, we saw that there is a task manager at the bottom, and this task manager is integrated with everything else in Creative OS, because if you want to finish your day journaling by writing down the tasks that you need that day, you can just press here and a button and be like, do something special and eat breakfast at certain cafe. You can of course open them up, you can assign them to a person, you can give them a status, you can link them to a project, and you can also add some more context to it. You can create new ones if you want. You can add an icon. You can add a cover. And in this way, you're changing and building up what you're doing. So if we go back to our daily entry, we can see that if we open this up, for example, and we now go into the side pane view like this, you can do it while you're planning your day. You can journal with yourself. You can even decrease this, and look at that. You're just journaling out your day, and immediately you're putting it in the task manager, and then you're gonna see them show up. So time management, and if you press tab, you can just go quickly through the different fields, and we can add a different different categories or context to them. And I also have this, because I'm a creative agency, I would like to see the rewards of the tasks and the projects. So I have a currency field. If you go into this property, this is a currency field formatted for US dollars, but you can set it to euro as well. And let's say if I do this time management thing, the company will pay me like 200 euros. So I have this little thing over here, and I can add that to it. And I also, if I want to add some more properties like a status or priority or something like that, I can just add a property and keep it in the task manager. Later, maybe I will show you how to link databases as well. So here I'm just going to go out and fill out all of these things. Let's go. Still have to eat breakfast myself as well. Nutrition. And I also sometimes add projects, like this is not really a project for any of my clients, but what if it's something that I'm working on personal? So I have a project called household. And let's style the project of household. This is, what kind of work is this? Mindfulness. I can just create in my project types new things that are just going to keep on adding to my database. So I'm going to add a house here as well. And on the left side, I'm still planning my thing while I'm making a new project on the right. So I'm going to assign it to, doesn't even need to have anyone, or I can assign myself as a client in the database, but all of the things that are empty, you can just disregard them. This one is always in maintenance, and the priority is, I think, high. If you can't fill up your own cup, you can't do this other thing. So as you can see, it's already linked to eat breakfast. So we just jump back into the task list, into the task system for the breakfast, and here we go with the 3 new tasks that we added. If we now go back from the journal back to the home page, either by going into the menu again or just tapping it over there, you can see that for my due today now, these popped up, and I can even like make them a bigger priority if I want by checking the priority tasks. Like eat breakfast is something that I really should do, so let's bump it up to priority. And here we see for the project that we just created, it's the household. It's the household project. And you know, happy house, happy life, but let's make it a project template so we can put it in there as well. Happy house, happy life. There we go. And as you see, like this context is nutrition, but it's assigned to projects as well, and all this information can be linked together without having to break your day. You can be journaling about one thing and thinking about something else, and you can just write it down. So here we have the tasks views, the different views for the task system. Let's go into the task manager, and let's start off with the table view. You have the name, the context, whether it's done, the date, whether you want to have a reminder for it. So let's say like remind me on day of the event to do that, like, so you'll be reminded today. And this also works for your teams as well if you use it like this. So then we go to the board. Here you can see the different kinds of tasks that are going on, and this is also filtered where it only shows the things that are not done. And here you see the done tasks. This is a separate view where you can see the dates and you can organize them by descending or ascending, and you can see all the tasks that are done. Here you have a timeline where you can see when what should be done, and if you include the time field in the task manager, you can actually do more with it, where you so you have like a due date. You can actually edit the property and date format, full date, time format, 24 hour. I think you can do include time. Yeah, here we go. So when you enter it yourself, you can press include time, and then you can also add the time of when what needs to happen. So let's set this one for before 4, which is in 9 minutes. So you have to hurry up and eat your breakfast at a cafe. Then you go back, and you can always see your habits, and see your tasks. You can always see your tasks when you need them. So these are planned for the next few days. This breakfast is planned for today. It's also in the priority tasks. This here is just a toggle. If you want to hide it, you can grab it and put it in here, and you can just hide it. But I like to keep my priority tasks out in the open, so I drag them out again, and I use this toggle element as a little visual marker for me of, okay, these are my priority tasks. Well, let's say this task is not just for me, but let's say it's for someone else. Well, imagine you have your team, and this is also what we created team tasks for. Team tasks is basically the same database where everything that is not assigned to a certain person can be filtered out. So here you see the filter was set for me, myself, and here I'm going to contain, click on say it, and you also see like this page was actually shared with a few other people, but like these people, my team members, they shouldn't be in here. But anyhow, in a case that you have your own team members, you have your own people, what you do is you go to this page and you share it with certain people. You share it with emails that also have a Notion account, and you can add them onto the team task. So inside they will see shared with me, and then they will see team tasks. Here you can see all the tasks that are being ran, and all of them that are not assigned to a certain person. So let's say Sayed, if I want to hide these two, I just drag them over to Sayed and they disappear because I assigned them to someone else. But let's say I want to make a task and I'm just in the morning, I'm scheduling blah blah and blah blah, and then later in team tasks I want to like refine them. I can go in here and I can say like, okay, wait, I'll keep it in here, but do this thing and go there. And I want to assign it to someone, but let me do that when I finish. So it's not for the household, it's for the Build the Empire project, and it's like construction. So that's the context of the task that we're going to do, and it's linked to this project. So if at any time I want to refer to the project, I just click Build an Empire, and I can see, no, we don't have a project template yet, but like here are some links and files. So let's Let's just add a link over here. Let's add these two, and I can just grab information from here. I can even link certain blocks to it, and I can always jump back to do this thing and go there. Let's give it an icon as well and a cover, and I'm going to set it up. You can set up a team task template as well. Let's edit this template a bit, where we remove the icon just so it allows us to choose. And this is the rest of the info. This is perfect. And you can also set this cover, if you're using a template, to one of your default company covers or whatever it is, but I'll keep this one for now. And then that's saved, so I pressed team task template, and here we see the short brief, and I can tell them the time frame, the links, the one I just copied, so I just boom boom boom, and there we go. So now I'm feeling confident and ready. He's gonna get like 180 to do this task, and I'm going to assign it. I can assign it by either clicking on it itself and then selecting the person, or in this case I'm just going to drag it over to Kobe over here, and he will get an email. He will be notified because now it's linked to his like email that is on Notion, and he will get an email saying like, hey, you got a new team task. So that's it. The team tasks, you can always create new views of them, and this is a view of team tasks, and this is the one that I can, for example, share with my two people that I want them to see. Yeah, and this also excludes your own projects from being seen. So if a person only has viewing rights, if you share it to the web and you allow editing, they can write in it. If you only allow comments, they can only comment in it. If you allow them to duplicate it, they can duplicate it. And if you just allow them to view it, they can just see the information and receive it, but they don't get it. So as long as you're in your creative OS and you either go into the task manager or you go into any of the views. The nice thing about the views is because it's already filtered to certain things. Let's say I create a filter and I add a rule where the project contains Creative OS. Let's say now I added this filter. So if I now want to create a new priority task, it's always filtered to Creative OS project. So it has to be priority is checked and done is unchecked, and the project has to be Creative OS. So if I create something new now, what you will see is that because of these filters, it's already a priority, and it's also already a project for Creative OS. In this way, you can use it in a very smart manner, use these templates and use these other tools inside the framework to create your systems pretty efficiently. And this is the beauty and the power of Creative OS, as well as Notion in general. It's so little about what goes on behind the scenes and so much about how you use it and how you interface with it, because it's so easy to use and so beautiful to use. So yeah, enough Notion fanboying. No, it's an amazing program. Let's go back and actually delete this filter, where we go remove, and here we see we have all the creative projects again. And let's see, where is this one, the empty one. Yeah, we can press this and just delete it. Beautiful. Okay, so this is how the task manager works. Here you have the team tasks, and by sharing options you can actually give them, and you can always do it from your side. You can do it with control and they can see it. It's a very beautiful system to use, and it's my daily driver.